Hi, I am back. Today is World Elder Abuse Awareness Day, the 15th of June. The first thought that came to my mind is why only the 15th of June? This is a very critical point and goes a long way in defining how we care for our precious elder community. According to me, it should be every single day that each one of us need to be aware so that we can prevent and tackle elder abuse. Did you know? More than 71% of the senior citizens in India faced abuse last year. So while most of us are shocked to hear this statistics, I asked children, I asked adults, I asked elders as well about what they thought abuse meant to them. And you will be surprised that many of them came back saying that physically harming a person is what they perceived as abuse. So what's your perception of the kinds of elder abuse? Let me give you a quick and simple perspective on some of the kinds of abuse that I am aware of. The first one being physical. As the name suggests, it's violent action causing harm or physical pain or intentional bodily injury to elders. Next is financial, which is basically nothing but your illegal or inappropriate use of funds, possessions, or property which elders face. The third is the psychological or the emotional aspect of abuse, which basically results in humiliating or maltreatment. These include various verbal behaviors with elders. The fourth one is the sexual or the non-consensual sexual contact. Because of probable mental illnesses, elders cannot communicate their disapproval of behavior against them or cannot communicate consent for any activity. The next one, which is the neglect of elders, is basically the deprivation of care and neglecting the basic needs of elders intentionally. The next one is abandonment, which basically means that you leave elders without the ability to obtain food, shelter, clothing, or care. Elders are left to fend for themselves, lack of care, looked upon as a burden, for example. Another aspect is the symbolic nature of abuse as well, which basically means that you're forcing the elder to behave in a certain way in front of society and others. For example, you must know what kind of dress to wear at my office party. What will they think of me if they see you in a dhoti? So this is basically disregarding elders' cultural heritage and things like that. So if you actually look at all of this has a deep-rooted psychological and physiological impact on the elders. This also is a basic violation of basic rights of the elderly as well. Can we do something about this? Absolutely. It is our responsibility to make sure that elders are not abused. So how do we do this? That's exactly the purpose of this session, where I have tried to highlight 7 simple ways in which we can help prevent and tackle elder abuse. So here is what we can do. 1. Reach out to the elders. There are so many who are lonely, who are alone, who are facing different kinds of abuse. Awareness about the concept of abuse is not known to the senior citizens, and they take it as their fate and don't even utter a single word against it. Make them feel listened to. Be kind to them. They need us to be there for them. The next one is to encourage them and motivate them to speak. Many may not even say it for a fear of repercussion from their own families, and the question of complaining about the same is just out of question. Make them understand what abuse means and how it negatively impacts their overall well-being, and the importance of speaking up and the various avenues available for them to speak up as well. Support groups help articulate the set of concerns faced by the elderly, and a collective effort not only helps in overcoming psychological challenges that elders go through, but also works as a collective mechanism to raise the issues with the right authorities, thereby necessitating a faster action. Prevent elder abuse and ageist attitudes and discrimination. Help the society realize that their experience is rich and invaluable, and it is our responsibility to take care of them and help them age gracefully. Help the society, family, friends, and other social connects understand the symptoms, what to look out for, and what elder care helplines are available today to tackle the issues of elder abuse. Educate, educate, educate. Education is one of the biggest tools. This includes awareness of the rights of elders, which is there on the socialjustice.nic.in website. Spread awareness of the MWPSC Act, the tribunal under the MWPSC Act, police and other helplines as well. Education is the cornerstone of preventing elder abuse. As most of the cases of abuse occur in the home by family members or by caregivers, there need to be a concerted effort to educate the public about the special needs and problems of older adults and the risk factors for abuse as well. School-based intergenerational programs to help spread the awareness and help decrease negative societal attitudes and stereotypes towards older people also helps to a great extent. Care for the elders. They have sacrificed a lot for you, never left you when you needed them. So shouldn't it be our responsibility too? After all, if they are not there, there is no way you would be there. Remember, it's just a matter of time when you and I will be in that position. Lastly, talk to them. Take out time for them. Listen to them. Listen to their stories. Help them be more aware and overcome the negative effects of abuse by supporting them and counseling them as well. So together, let's make it happen for them. But how do I remember all of this? It's so simple. Let me tell you how. Here is what I want you all to do. Pick up the first letter of each of the above post-it boxes. Now what we have got is 7 individual letters. As a next step, I want you all to group it together. And look what comes out now. What do we get? Yes, the word respect. Isn't this basic to our behavior with our elders? Does this make sense to you? Finally, if I were to sum up, whatever we have spoken is nothing but the genuine respect that our elders deserve, which is the very fundamental step to prevent elder abuse. While we all continue to say and work to tackle and prevent elder abuse, I will leave you all with a thought. If we all truly believe that we can bond together as one unit, and we consider ourselves as members of one big family, wherein we have our parents, we have parents of our parents, and ourselves, who will soon be parents and grandparents someday soon. Let us take out a moment of gratitude to thank our elders, who are like our own parents. Let's go to them, sit with them, look into their eyes, and say this from your heart. Dear father and mother, I love you. Believe me when you say this with all your love and affection and genuineness, you will for sure see that it will bring a smile on their faces. And all I would say is that you have made the difference. Thank you and take care.